Hello, hello, and welcome. The Bloodlust is live. That's right, we are back for another exciting Trackmania Tuesday. We're going to be getting into week 69, 70 review and discovery, checking out the new tracks for the weekly shorts, and reviewing last week's world records. Always some exciting content there. Appreciate everybody that's watching. If you enjoy the content, give it a thumbie, hit that like button, subscribe, follow over on Twitch. All of the information's in the description down below. If you're watching on YouTube, we got full screen over on Twitch. What's up, Coffrey? Thanks for popping in, man. Heck yeah, excited. We're about to start. We actually got here right on time. We're going to be getting into week 69's reviews. I like Trackmania Tuesday. It's one of my favorite days of the week. Appreciate everyone for being here. If you play Trackmania, definitely feel free to join the club. That is TBL Rally. Might be a little hard to see over on YouTube. Let's check there. Yeah, you just see Rally, but it's a TBL Rally. Got my own campaign, and we do an open room for the weekly shorts every week. Definitely do come check it out. We're gonna hop into week 69. How's it going, Coffrey? What time is it over there? Gotta be like close to midnight or something, isn't it? It's like 8 hours, 9 hours difference from where I'm at, I think. Like 11 o'clock, something like that. In any case, thanks for being here. I'm a little late today. Had some updates, had to get figured out for my microphone of all things. What's up going on? Getting all my words mixed up. What's going on? What's up? How's it going? 10:41, almost 11. You just woke up? Dang. Alright, getting an early start. Thanks for popping in. So we're gonna start with week 69. I actually had some fun with these tracks. Didn't grind as much as I did the week previous, but did enjoy these tracks. Start with 341 TMNF Memories. I didn't even look at the name before I started talking about it, but I immediately saw it and I was like, man, this kind of reminds me of one of the Trackmania Nations Forever tracks. And I never played the game. I've just watched a lot of wasn't a fan of this week. We've been having some rough weeks, huh? Oop, hit the wall there. But hey, I just watched a lot of the historical content on speedruns and stuff, and so I was like, man, that looks so familiar. And it's called TMNF Memories, which makes so much sense. So this one's pretty simple. It's mostly flat land. You've got this one arch on the right. If I can get this line, you want to go next to this wall, cut as close as you can, turn pretty tight there, and then you want to get a pretty good you don't want to speed slide, but speed slide's a good option. But if you can get the right angle, you can actually do full grip all the way through that, get a ton of speed. You can see I'm 0.7 behind my PB there, but I'm not sure what track this is based on. It might be just like a concept, but it definitely reminds me of like AO6 or something. I don't remember what it's called exactly. But if you can snap at the right time around the corner there, you gain a ton of speed. That was a bit better than my last attempt, but you can see I got a 17.5, I think, somewhere around there was my best. So we're gonna go ahead and check out the records here. We got, for world records, we got Julian Play FIFA, Rickard, Turtle TM, Dreams, and Ingler. A couple names that we recognize there. Well, actually, we recognize everything except for Julian play FIFA. That's a new one. But we're going to start from Julian play FIFA's perspective. We almost have a three-way tie here. Julian play FIFA only behind by 1,000. With a 17,667. Goes around the corner there, real tight to the wall. And that cut, oh man, that is a tight one. A little bit of a speed slide there, slows down just a tiny bit, goes for the second finish, but still really good speed there. 17,667. We got Rickard and Turtle TM. Let's go from Rickard's perspective here. These guys actually tied with a 17,666. Real tight there. Full grip and the slide. What do they call that? Quantum slide, Neo slide, one of the two. A little bit of a speed slide there, and they also go into the second finish, but they had a slightly tighter turn than FIFA. It looked like they went into the first from FIFA's perspective. Super tight turn there, close to the wall. And we can actually watch that in comparison to my PB. I go a little bit wider here, but had that inside line, a little bit behind here already, but nice tight turn, full speed, or full grip. They went inside the silos though, but I'm actually not even that far behind. I feel really good about that, to be honest. I may only be 13K in the world, but just the distance there, that was actually not that far away. Anyway, we're gonna go back to Dream's perspective here with Turtle TM behind. Dreams, nice straight line, hits the full booster there, really close to the wall there, real tight. Got that slide going on. What's up, Panther? Thanks for popping in. Really tight line. Just to the inside of that. Man, that looks like a scary angle. Almost looks like you wouldn't be able to make that gap, but getting that speed slide just before the finish, getting in there. 200s, 26,000s ahead. Oh, hey, what's going on? Got a new laptop. We got Dreams and Ingler here. Pretty much even going around the turn there, but Ingler with a little bit more of kind of a wild line. Snapping into some angles there. Dang, what's going on, man? Yeah, I remember you saying that your last laptop broke. I saw that you were, yeah, it has been a while. Took me a second. I was like, oh, wait, yeah. Solid run there by Ingler, Dreams, Turtle TM, Rickard. I'm sorry, I'm spacing out a little bit today. How's it going? Got your, is this your own official account now? Are you allowed to have your own YouTube account? Glad you got a new laptop. I lost my laptop a long time ago. That really sucked. Well done on TMNF Memories, week 69. Heading on track 2. Ingler still top weeklies, indeed. Ingler, indeed, yep. Been seeing him a lot, actually. Got your own account, heck yeah. This one was pretty fun. Actually, I did enjoy it. It's gonna take me a second here to remember the lines exactly, but you want to drift real tight here around each turn. Cut as much distance between each section as possible, and you want to keep a ton of speed down here and go wide so that you can do a slight drift tap just before. That was a really bad turn. Do a slight drift tap just before that like 75-degree transition here. Then you want to kit all of your speed and launch over to the right side there. It is actually kind of tough to keep the speed for it. I did grind this one quite a bit last week. I enjoyed it. This was like, I'm not good at drifting in this game, but that hit the wall there, don't have enough speed. But you want to go across that corner and then you go around here as tight as you can. I think I still hit the platform or one of these. Yeah, you can see I bonked this one. I tried so hard. I did this. I managed to actually make that turn like a handful of times to where I had enough speed to make that jump. And that was, even in my best attempt, I still hit one of those barriers on the side. But you got to get just the right line and keep all of your speed. And again, launch over in that corner. Haven't been playing TM because you couldn't watch. Aw, I saw that you did a couple last week, but yeah. Yeah, man, heck yeah. Well, it's good to have you back. This one was a tough one. We're gonna go ahead and look at the records here. We got Luca 72, Karu, Flyer, Turtle TM again, and Siko Pika. We're gonna start from Luca's perspective with Karu and Flyer in front there. Luca with a 15.402 going really tight in that first turn, drifting. Little drift tap there. Oh, full grip around that turn. That was a tight line. Getting the line real close inside that checkpoint. See, that was after I had done all of that, managed to get the speed to land that. I was real scared of losing it, so I was playing safe going around this checkpoint, and I went too wide. Ended up hitting the barrier, but nice line there by Luca, Karu, Flyer. They actually, I managed to get the exact line, so I feel good about that. I just couldn't actually like achieve it myself. I tried. It's real tough. That line there at that 75 degree, that one's really tough turn. And they managed to get through that whole thing full grip here with Turtle TM and Flyer 36. Once again, drifting real tight around that first checkpoint. Oh, little drift tap there. Keeping your speed though. Turtle getting a bit of a floppy landing, but managing to keep a ton of speed there going through the last checkpoint. Looked like they got kind of a neo slide. Snapping into a full grip drift through that checkpoint. That's actually a tie between Turtle TM and Flyer. Turtle TM going a little bit wider. If Turtle TM had managed to get just a bit tighter through that checkpoint, they might have been able to get like the record even possibly. They're only 7 thousandths behind Siko Pika. Let's see what's up with Siko Pika here and Turtle TM. Pika going a little bit tighter, actually a little wider through the first checkpoint, barely missing hitting the wall there, landing at the perfect angle, getting a really high line and super tight into the finish. Exactly. If Turtle actually had managed to get a little bit tighter into the finish there, they would have had the record. They had the speed, but Pika caught up just in that final turn, behind all the way up until that exact last moment. Well done to Siko Pika. Turtle TM, Flyer, Karu, and Luca. Turtle also still top. Ha! Ironically, right? 2 weeks ago on that Wetwood, got top 8 after an hour of grinding. Dang, dude. Yeah, you were freaking killing it on that. Well done to everybody there in the top 5. I did manage to make it number 39 in Oregon, which on a drift track, tech, I am not very good at. Like, I feel like I achieved something pretty great there. I'm pretty happy with it. Well done to everybody. That was Construct, week 69, track 342. Managed to get number 8. Yeah. See, at least it didn't, you were saying it could take you like 10 hours. It only took you an hour, at least. That's almost like catching a shiny on the first try. This week on map 5, there's a start. If you get it once in the top 2, you can stay there. Ooh. So this one was a bit of fun. I'm gonna go ahead and look at this from the aerial view, but you can see here, it's kind of like one of those like push puzzles. I don't know, it's like, if you know what I mean, you like get like this little square, right? And then you gotta move the pieces around. There's like a bit of an image on each square, and then you gotta like shove them around to line up all of the pieces. Yeah. That's kind of what that reminds me of here. Still no top 5s. Hey man, you know, I mean, I've been trying, but I'm not that good. I'm not that good. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been getting better. I've been learning a lot, especially with Kafre playing with me. I've gotten top 5 in Oregon a few times. Feel pretty good about that. I mean, Shield Bandit's world class, so if I'm anywhere near Shield Bandit, I still feel good about it. Shield Bandit's always like another half a second ahead of me. But anyway, so this map really, like I said, reminded me of one of those push puzzles, and like freaking, it just spoke to me. I could see the lines. There are some really good ones. You can go like down this angle, keep a good amount of speed through here, but it gets pretty rough towards the end. If you could somehow like pop over the edge and just fly into the finish, you know, maybe that'd be cool. But this last turn's rough. You got to lose a ton of speed to make it around this without smashing anything. There's another one. You can kind of go up the middle. If you take kind of a wide right and then turn around this section, you can go through here. But again, it gets a little rough. You can keep a lot of speed here and then do a wide turn angle here maybe, but then you would have probably too much speed still to make it into the finish. You don't get any top players in North Carolina. Yeah. You know, maybe in Florida, you know, with Daytona, a lot of people like race cars down there. North Carolina is more about their business. End on this, so clean in top 5. Okay, we'll look at it in a minute, but I just want to do one run on it. This one's kind of fun. Like I said, I did find quite a few different paths, but I think the best one I found was right here. You could actually I found an even better one, because you can go wide here. If you go all the way around the outside here, you can keep all of your speed, and then you got to get just a little bit of a drift tap. And if you can snap it, oh my god, that was actually, for one attempt, basically, that was actually like really good. I feel good about that. But I got number 94 in Oregon. I didn't get a top finish, but I feel really good about my path. North Carolina is the sweet potato state. Is that for real? That's so funny. 60% of the USA's sweet potatoes. I missed that, dude. You have like the best like random historical facts. I love it. He's probably planning to world record map 3. So you're cooked unless you can get map 5. Oh man, bro, we gotta see you. We gotta do a review on one of your runs, man. We gotta get you in the top 5. You can do it. I believe. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and check out the records here. I was just told the end is really clean, and holy crap, they're a second and a half ahead of me, so they must have done something insane. We're gonna check out, we got Jaeger, TM, Turtle TM, Dreams, Swift, and Inglare. Inglare gets 2 podium finishes, number 1 this week. You are the random, yes. Bro, I mean, I love it. I love it. That's one of my favorite things. You just teach me all kinds of stuff. I'm getting learned by what, are you 14 yet? Anyway, we're gonna look at Jaeger TM, Turtle TM, and Dreams here. What up, Coco? Oh, they go for the inside line and then through the middle. Oh my gosh. That is a line I would not have expected. They go around really close through that corner. Holy cow, close on every single corner. And oh my gosh, that like perfect angle into the finish. It was almost straight. They barely had to turn there. That is crazy. What a line. 12 years of random as of now. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, what's up? Well done to Jaeger, Turtle TM, and Dreams. That is a crazy line going through that section. Let's check out Z Swift's perspective here with Dreams behind. They're actually really close. Turtle TM and Dreams actually tied into the finish. But with this line, there is not much room for deviation at all. So, like, in order to get this line, like, they're pretty much all gonna be really close. Dreams actually hit the brake a little hard there for that drift tap. He was actually tied with Swift until just that last turn there. Managing to get into the finish and smashing into the upright. We got Inglare here with Z Swift behind. Once again, really tight, super close. Inglare again going a little wide there, but managing to catch the speed somehow. There's so like there is kind of a thing there, kind of a glitch with the game. If you can time your acceleration with like a certain frame of the drift, it'll actually give you a boost of acceleration. But it's really hard to time with its 60 FPS, I think. Math teacher has been giving you a lot of questions recently. Oh yeah? Are they fun questions? 92 yesterday and 91 today. Oh, is there 100 days left until the end of school? And the last question is going to be like, what do you want to be when you grow up or something? Love being in the UK with Quack, Zuck, Cam, Desi, Bossy, and most of them get top 5 every week. Yeah, you got some stiff competition over there in the UK, that's for sure. Anyway, well done to Jaeger, Turtle, TM, Dreams, Swift, and Inglare. Really close leaderboard there. Only 100th, literally 1/100th between Z Swift and Jaeger TM, and then Inglare 7,000ths ahead, which is like just the margins there are insane to make it into the top 5. 2.5 ahead of me. That was Amazed to See Me. Week 69, 343. Got the cherry sakura flavor today. It's actually surprisingly good. There is officially another flavor of Red Bull. So this one, I kind of barely remember this one actually. I was in sort of like a daze while I was playing this. But this one's kind of interesting concept. The point is to make it through each little sway with as little drift or deviation as possible. So you want to hit as much of this booster as you possibly can, but you also want to get a good angle onto the grass there so that you can go pretty much mostly straight across. Just a hell of a lot of math. So if you can possibly, you sort of want to get onto that white line there. It's gonna give me a second here. There we go. Ah, dang it. So you want to sort of get onto that white line there. This is definitely a precision map, precision transitional map. And one of these transitions is kind of this one right there, is kind of almost like a bait. Get a good angle into the finish there. And so basically the goal is just to keep your grip as much as you possibly can across the grass sections, which of course, since there's grass there, it makes it difficult to stay full grip. And this last section, you want to go more to the left, so you can pretty much just go straight across that. Any time that you're sliding, you're going to be losing speed, of course. Finished 92 questions yesterday. Like 15 minutes? Dang. Yeah, there was when I was in like 4th grade, whoops, I didn't mean to go to the next track. In 4th grade, this one's a fun one too, but we'll get back to it. Yeah, in 4th grade, we had a test every week for math problems where they would give us 100 questions, just all in a piece of paper. And they had they had a 5-minute club or a 4-minute club or something like that. So it would be a time test, and it would be like you had like 5 minutes or 6 minutes or something to finish as many questions as you possibly could. And if you got all 100 within 5 minutes, which was the amount of time that you had, and it took a long time for all of us to get there, but if you could get them all done in 5 minutes, then you get like a snack or something. And if you could get it all done in 4 minutes, then you get like a extra freaking chocolate milk or something like that, you know? Incentives, man. Managed to get 91 on this map. The one I'm... Oh, okay. The one I'm reviewing now. Yeah, this map is a lot of fun. I actually did enjoy it. It's a speed map, definitely, mostly about just keeping grip as much as possible and getting it straight aligned through every section. But world records, we got Rurigalo, I don't, Rui Regalo. We'll just call him Gallo. Gallo TM, Tomakino, Eepy Coco, Elton Brawl, and Corny. Grind this random AO8 campaign. Oh yeah, getting back into it. This is the only one you played. I'm confused, Coffrey. I'm sorry. Anyway, we're gonna start from Regalo's perspective with Eepy and Tomakino ahead here. Really straight through that section. Once again, snapping into full grip across the grass there. Beautiful line, as little airtime as possible, and water. Oh my, wow, water bounce into the finish. I did not expect that. Actually, just under a second ahead of me here, but the water bounce inside the post and outside that second post. What a line. Holy cow. Regalo there. Rui Regalo. Going really straight through that grass section and that water bounce. Whew. Man, he's so close to that post. What a line. That's a tough one. Let's see what Elton Brawl did here with Eepy Coco. Good grip around the grass section there. Nice and straight through there. Pretty much tied going into the second checkpoint. Third checkpoint, straight across the grass. Fourth checkpoint. Again, so close to that post. Oh my God. What a line. That's just a scary one. IW's convinced that was slow. Oh, you were convinced that was slow, right? Oh. Going across doing the water bounce, is that what you mean? What a line, holy cow. Just barely missing that pillar. Let's see what Corny's up to here with Elton Brawl behind there. Corny going a little bit wider through the first grass section. Nice and straight across there. Barely any slippage at all. Once again, nice and straight there, and then going to the outside and bouncing off of that terrain there into the finish. Corny with the world record, ahead by 35 thousandths. Wow. What a flight. Water bounces always confuse you. Yeah, they're kind of random, it seems like sometimes, but I'm getting the hang of controlling them. So you have to be going a certain speed, and as long as you hit the water at anything between like a 70 degree and like a 90 degree angle, again at a certain speed, doesn't even have to be that fast, but the faster the better, then you'll bounce up relative to like your angle. Usually it's not super high, but you can also turn if you hit the steering wheel one side or the other. As you hit the water, you can kind of deviate your angle a little bit. What a run though. The water bounce was unexpected. Well done to Rui Regalo, Tomakino, Epicoco, Elton Brawl, and Corny. All within a 15.9 range. There's a strat with water bounces this week. Nobody's hit it yet. Told some random people that's slower, so GG there. Whoop. Uh-oh. You know, just filtering the leaderboards. That's fine. You know, nobody knows, man. We'll keep it quiet. Grief someone. Whoopsie. 8-ball pool, week 69, track 5. This one's a lot of fun. I found a couple of interesting strats of my own. Because of the fact that this is a rally car, it has a ton of grip, and this surface, I believe, is dirt. It's hard to tell, but the way it reacts and the lines that it leaves makes me think it's dirt. This game makes no sense. Oh, and okay, so that's the thing. So because you're in the rally car, it is notorious for its climbing power. Did grind this map a little. Yeah, that's a fun one. Anyway, it's got crazy climbing power, so you can just climb right over that. But if you can get the right angle when you come down off of that, you can also get a massive zoop into the second checkpoint. You get another zoop there. And if you can keep your grip and go into the finish. That's my best run, or my best path. I'm sure there's probably a better one. You might be able to even skip something somewhere along the line and get into a sooner finish, but I really feel like that's like the most efficient path. You got 12 or 13 something. Yeah, I think mine's like a 12.3, something like that, or like right at 12 seconds. But yeah, it's a pretty easy track, mainly because of the reactor up. Anytime that there's a reactor, there's always going to be some shenanigans. So we're most likely going to be seeing somebody get like a massive zoop off of this here, and then they're going to flip upside down and ping off of the inside of that checkpoint and launch themselves into this one, into a nosedive that's going to turn them upside down, and they're going to fly right through that checkpoint into the finish. That's my guess. So we're going to check it out. Let's see. We got Turtle TM, Ken W, Kem W, Lucky Lucas, Inglare, and Coin 360. Haven't seen Coin 360 in a while. Let's check out. We got Turtle TM here, going through the first checkpoint and climbing over with a massive zoop, bouncing off of the wall, keeping full grip all the way through that section and straight into the finish for a 10.9. Oh, it's 13.2 actually. I had it backwards, not 12.3, it was 13.2. Yeah. That is crazy, the wall bounce. So that's another thing about the rally car. Because it covers the tires, the rally car and the snow car both are much more resistant to speed loss when you do wall bounces. And they basically lose 0 speed for that wall bounce. They probably snap into, I want to say, action key 2, it looks like. Wall bounce, and then yeah, they just action key 2 all the way across there. You can see tap 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 tap, like lots of little quick taps. Turtle TM a little behind all the way here, catching up a tiny bit, but not enough. Into the finish there. Great job by Turtle TM, Ken W, Lucky Lucas. Let's see what's up with Ingler here. Ingler just a tiny bit ahead, and they all get that zoop across the stick there. And Ingler, with just a tiny bit more speed, manages to get in the finish. Just ahead of Lucas by bouncing their nose off of the wall and getting the back end of the car across the finish line. 13.6. Got an 11.2. Love rally reactor when plastic is involved. Yeah, you get some really crazy stuff going on then for sure. Well done to Ingler, Lucky Lucas. That's a, you know, pretty clean run. Really not a lot to commentate on there. Basically everything that I said. The zoop across the stick. Didn't expect the wall bounce. That's probably about the only thing. But otherwise, full grip into the finish. Let's see, Coin 360 here. Ahead by 0.03 of Ingler. Getting a slow climb, but good speed. Holy cow, he hit like 420 right there. And 435 just before the finish line. Well done, Coin 360 just with a slightly better wall bounce and a bit more grip into the finish line. Just a slightly smoother turn. Coin 360 on the Xbox, of course. So they got the, I would say like, the rally car is probably the only vehicle that you can actually get an advantage with a joystick instead of a keyboard, even on dirt, because of the fact that the rally car really controls better with smooth actions, where when you're on a keyboard you're tapping a lot, so it's doing this back and forth thing with the tires. You don't really see it, but with like stadium car, you get better grip on dirt when you do the tappies, the little tippity taps, than you do on a controller when you go just like a smooth line. But with the rally car in specific, it really performs better if you have full grip. And anytime that you're modulating the tires, you're losing grip a little bit right there. And so it makes it so that you're sliding, and the rally car really excels when you have full grip. And if you have a smooth turning angle, you keep a lot more grip and maintain more speed. Well done to everybody there in the top 5. That was 8-ball pool, track 5, week 69. Giggity. We got, for the world record in points, we got Ingler with 100,000 points exactly. I actually have not. That's pretty impressive, actually, just to have exactly 100,000 points. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. Well done to Ingler, followed by Turtle TM with 58,000, Corny with 40,000, 960, and Seiko Pika and Coin 360 both with 40,000 points. That's your top 5 for points. Now we're going to look at week 70. If you're interested, I will be opening a room so we can all hunt together. Room's already active, but I just got to edit it here. So it's got the new tracks. Replace shorts. Track 1. Track 2, track 3, track 4. Oh my god. Track 5. Okay. We made it. So yeah, check out TBL Rally. We're gonna be opening a room starting with Dangerous Mountain, week 70. Rally Reactor Wetwood is probably the funniest combo. You know, they actually had a track that was almost exactly that. Sans Rally. Was that last week or week before last? Missed your full plastic maps with Rally. Honestly, you know, there are a couple of them. I do love the plastic stuff. Like, sometimes you get some really silly reactions. Why is it taking so long to load? I have to send a clip of map 5 when you get to it. Because there's a 0% chance you hit it. Okay. You never doubt your chances, man. That it's not a full 0. It's a non-0% chance. Maybe like a 0.0017% chance or something like that, you know, but there's always a chance. You could there's always that chance to catch a shiny on the first try, you know, like I say. Not even paying attention, looking at chat. I can't believe I made that as cleanly as I did. And nice smooth line into that checkpoint and blammo right into that wall. Again, not paying attention. Coffre whizzing right past me, and I see finish lines right there. Okay. What up, everybody? Have some Oreos? Heck yeah, I want some Oreos. That's my favorite cookie, bro. My name is Milk because Oreos are my favorite cookie. Oreos and Butterfingers are like my two favorite things, like, actually. Oh, and they got a little ramp there for you. Isn't that nice? Dang, dude's smashing me already. Yuma, get some. Bro, heck yeah. Get it. Okay, we got to get a good start here. Want to go at an angle here so we can keep full grip across, and then we want to have full grip through this turn. Keep our speed. Nice tight angle here. More grip. Straight, full grip, and then jump into the finish for nice 17-6. Yo, heck yeah, let me just Discord you my address and you can ship them to me and I will enjoy them in 7 to 10 days. Not an item you'll be purchasing again. That's interesting. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I love Butterfingers. I don't love the fact that they get stuck in my teeth, but otherwise, like, taste-wise, they are my favorite candy bar. For sure. Sorry to hear that you didn't like the ones you got. I wonder what's up with that. Stale, maybe? You don't got DC? Oh, Discord. Oh. Well, it was a joke anyway. That's okay, I appreciate you. Good speed through there, but bad angle through that. I'm kind of all over the place right now. US has less regulation of what goes in food. Yeah, we put sugar in places it doesn't belong to. That's definitely a thing. Americans are, I will admit, Americans are very much addicted to sugar in everything. Literally, they put sugar in your bread, sugar in your freaking, you know, extra sugar in like sodas and candies, and I mean, you know, of course those are all like sugar anyway, but like even you know, like sparkling water, it's got, you know, may not have sugar per se, but it's got like freaking sucralose or something for no reason. Like, oh, it's sparkling water, but you know, like people like the flavor. It's like water's water, bro. Like what do you mean the flavor? Like it's not supposed to taste like anything. It's supposed to taste like your mouth. Saw US snack in a shop. I never got it. With a UK warning label on it. That's crazy. Yeah, I know you got like lids on your water bottles and stuff are like permanently attached, which I get. You know, the lids like add up to, you know, a certain amount of extra waste, which is, you know, not great, but it's kind of a goofy way of handling it, not gonna lie. The 17.4, I feel pretty good about that. The attached lids are horrid. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people don't like them. End up ripping it off. Yeah. Isn't that like a crime though? You better be careful, man. They watch your social media. Freaking, they might come arrest you. Like watching my stream. I was wondering why I had so many viewers. I'm just kidding. The UK government's watching me now because you said that. Ah, that was a pretty good line. New Xbox generation. Gonna have Steam. I did see that, actually. Yes, I did see that. Yeah, they're trying to get ahead of freaking the GameCube. I'm excited for the GameCube, not gonna lie. Even if it's gonna be like $1,200 for, you know, just barely good enough. Freaking, it's gonna be better than whatever Microsoft and Sony have been pumping out. Bro, that's too. Shh, shut up, man. You're not supposed to call me out like that. No, GameCube. it might sound like I'm saying GameCube, but like, you know, I got a stuffy nose or something. No, the GameCube. It's the Steam box. Wasn't it like 30 years ago? Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, it's the modern version. So Gabe Newell is the name of the guy that owns Steam, and they're designing. Yeah, Gabe. Yes, yeah. Bro, yeah, that's the one thing I hate about like the reusable bottles. You know, like you know, the ones that you buy for freaking, you know, trail riding or something like that. Like, they got these like attached lids. They always slap you in the face when you try to get a drink. The Steam machine. Yeah, that's what they're calling it. Thank you. Yeah, but no, everybody calls it the GameCube because it's just funny. It's a meme. I don't know. I like it. I also like Steam. You know, I like Valve. Freaking, I've loved Valve for a long time. They make good games, but aside from that, freaking Gabe Newell is just a badass. And yeah, GameCube is just funny, man. Because it's like a play on the GameCube, but it's the GameCube. It sounds like you're saying GameCube with a stuffy nose. Bro, I forgot today was Tuesday. It's okay. What's up, Justin? Thanks for popping in, man. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's been a while, but if you're not like up to date on freaking what's going on in the hardware universe. Justin, yeah, what's up, buddy? Nat got their own account and a new laptop. Now we call him Hamtaro. I'm just kidding. You probably don't even know what that is. Ah, damn. Right behind you, man. I'm so close. Getting ready to do an Among Us stream. Oh, heck yeah. You might get freaking Hamtaro over here to play some Among Us with you. I don't know if I want to play Among Us right now. You can, yes. I was playing on my phone, but yeah, you can play on the Xbox. Yeah, Nat's one of the ones that got us hooked up. Actually, I think Nat might be the one that hooked us up. Natalie Boberg, his mom's account. Yeah, you can play on any platform. As long as you have the code. Yeah, you could play on PC. I was on my phone. I got so close, actually. 17.4. I feel good about that. For as distracted as I was. Thought so. Now we do Phasma Friday. Every Friday. Ah. Transitional. Gross. You can PB on this. Haven't grinded it much. Alright, well, let's see it. It's not gonna take much to freaking put me to shame on this one. Oh. Outside line, or maybe middle if you can... Oh, you want to go a little outside there for the jump. Oh. Ah, I see. So you want to go outside pretty much this whole thing. And then get that downhill there. And oh my god, what a turn that is. Okay. That's gonna be a challenge. Full grip across, get the downhill. Oh, yeah, way early on that. This is a tough one for me right now. This is probably gonna be my real challenge this week. Dang it, hit the wall. Okay, good turn there. Lock into that outside line. Nice speed. Oh, just barely. I almost had that angle. Outside line for speed. Nice downhill. And oh man. I'm gonna get this. I will get this. Good speed. Downhill. And there it is. Yeah, baby. Let's go. What a line. 17.2. I don't even care. I feel so good about that. Get out of here with your 16.6. 17.2 is more impressive in my opinion. Playing catch up on YouTube peoples. I feel that. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. It's been a while. You need to learn me some more stuff. That was a really long drift. Made this account yesterday. Heck yeah. One of your first channels First subscribed. Feel good about that. Been 2 months. Yeah. I bet a long 2 months that was, huh? I do need to learn me more. Bro, yeah, I love your facts. You teach me all kinds of crazy stuff. All right, now I'm starting to figure out that term. Need to find more facts. Very long, yeah. More like 2 years, yeah. I know, right? It's like an eternity. PB, heck yeah. It was 16.4. That was a really bad term. Oh, just barely. Nice downhill. Good drift. Still slow. Like 200 planets in the solar system. Really? Really? There's only 9 commonly known. Well, I mean, there's, yeah, I guess you could, I mean, if you're calling every orbital body a planet, like, you could argue. There's like planetesimals and freaking, like, large asteroids and stuff like that. There's also like 5 or 6 freaking planets out in the Kuiper Belt. Hello again. The Cookie Monster's real name is Sydney. Is that for real? Yo, that is an interesting fact. More interesting than 200 planets. Psh. Bring it on with more Cookie Monster facts, bro. Dwarf planets, to be exact. Whatever, man. Pluto's still a planet. That's discrimination. More possible chess games than atoms in the universe. You know, I've heard similar freaking things said, and I find that hard to believe. Oops, well, that sucked. Damn it. Man, yeah, that right finish is super slow. Yeah, yes. Improvement, baby. 16.4. I called it. I totally called it. It took me a long time to get there, but have fast food places called Cookout. In which state? Germany has 2,500 castles. In my state, Oregon, fast food restaurant called Cookout. I don't know if I've ever heard of that. I don't think you're talking about my state. You talking about North Carolina? You and Hamtaro actually live pretty close to each other. Relatively. At least compared to me. Bees, cows, and dogs? How are cows dangerous? Cookout is in fact in North Carolina. Oh, okay. Interesting. No, bro. It's not 8,000 miles. Maybe 8,000 kilometers. Maybe not even that much. Like 5,000 kilometers. I think I'm like freaking 3,800 miles away from you. I'm getting worse at this track now. I quit paying attention. 10 minutes is too long, I think. So they can't fart? Interesting fact. Milkshakes, which is just ice cream. Yeah, bro, it's ice cream, but you like blend it up so there's more air in it or something. Yeah. No, actually, I used to make my own milkshakes. Do not, in fact, go to Cookout. Have you ever been to Checkers? Oh my god, that's one of the... Talk about fast food places. That's like one of the best, in my opinion, right there. Checkers, Raceway. Freaking... They got little drive-in locations. Almost like a Dutch Bros for hamburgers. It's so good, dude. McDonald's have good milk. Oh my god. Bro, stay away from McDonald's, man. I'm so serious. I watched this video the other day. Made me glad I don't eat McDonald's, honestly. What is Checkers? So it's a drive-in. It's a restaurant. Technically, it's a fast food restaurant, but it's a drive-in. You know, like Dutch Bros, how they have like... What the hell? Anyway, Dutch Bros, where they have like it's just a little box with like a window on either side of it, and you know the barista comes out, she's like, hey, what can I get you, you know, and then you're all like, oh yeah, I'll have you know, raspberry rebel and like peaches and cream smoothie or something like that, you know. Well, so it's basically the same thing except for you get hamburgers, and they're so freaking good. Oh my god, they make the fries to order, and it's, oh man, it's some of the best. Like 33rd, dang, some of the best. Absolutely. If you ever get the chance to try Raceway, I highly recommend it. Or Checkers, I mean. Raceway is basically the same thing, but it's like kind of a regional-ish sort of thing. Damn, this track is rough. This is a track 3. So this is an interesting concept for a track 3. I'm just gonna be honest. Bojangles of all time. Yeah, I know what that means. I have never heard of Bojangles. I've heard of Mr. Bojangles. Oh, that roof hit. $33rd right now. Bro, that's intense. Dang it. I can't even get freaking through the 3rd turn. Lots of freaking penalty grass there. I mean, that wasn't terrible, but I imagine there's probably much better. Yeah, 13.7. Okay, obviously I suck. Dang it. This is a tough track. Okay, that was a little bit better. 16.2. Still got 3 seconds to shave off. 2.5. For okay, buddy. Calm down. This time is close, but way easier to get. I gotta see what you're doing here. Getting that booster. And real low. That line. What was your cope timer on that? Interesting. What an interesting line. Okay. Dang it. 0.67. Dang. Yeah, that's close. No. Oof. Cope timer is a crazy thing to call it. That's what a lot of the pro Trackmania players call the no respawn timer. The cope timer. Like, what was my time if I never respawned? It's basically like it takes all of your fastest segments and stitches them together. Ah. It is called copium timer. That's funny. See? I'm not... I was totally on it. Yo, 14.7. Hey. Hey, I feel real good about that. That was a huge improvement. 1.2. Yeah, no respawn. Cope timer is funny, yeah. Apparently, that's actually what the plugin's called. As confirmed by Kafre. That is what it's called, yeah. There's a copium leaderboard. Now that is funny. The copium timer is hilarious, but a copium leaderboard? Like, who can huff the most? Oh! I lost so much speed there. That is something you believe. People come up with the craziest things to hold world records on. Oh, there it is, 14.5. Not too bad. Getting better. Number 5 world record on copium leaderboard. Best cope timer is 0.54. Dang, dude. It's that shiny run. Think they're doing something else? Yeah. No chances there's 0.13 left in your route. I get you. I mean, it could be optimized a little bit. Maybe slightly better drop down or something like that, you know? If you can get a smooth enough drop down, it definitely does save a lot of speed. .07. 07. It is a good route, though. I mean, you might go to the right. There is some potential for that. But that's an awkward line. Coffer is just like that. Yeah. I mean, like... It seems pretty optimal. Try to skip as much of the penalty as possible and hit as much of that booster. Test a theorized route. Well, we better do it quick, bro. There's only 20 seconds left. Could have a much lower landing there. That nose down's good, though. If you can get a nose down, you can get into the finish a little bit faster. That might be some of that time save. Forcing that nose down, though, it's slower to get a nose down. 19 seconds. Sounds about right. Oh, and it's lagging a tiny bit. Sorry about that. Can't help it. It was ending for you? Okay. Yeah. I think I got better internet since you were last here. Oh. Man, yeah, I don't know. It's been a while. I've had my new internet for a minute, but top 20 incoming? Bro, go get it. I believe. And then I can copy your run. Oh, I was not ready for the first person perspective there. Oh, you're supposed to go over. I see. Need a 0.02 or a 0.03 to PB. Dang. Make Cope Timer official, right? Whoa, I was not ready for that. There's a lot of reasons that the plugins and stuff aren't on Xbox. Same with PlayStation. Bro spent 90% of his skill points on TM. That's funny. 0.770. Where are you? .780. Dang. So close, actually. little disorienting through that section. 16-3. Hey, I feel good about that. Just behind Hamtaro. No. Whoop. 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 No. Ah. Just freaking barely went out of control there. Dang. Mouse. I mean, it's funny you say that because Hamtaro is a hamster. It's close enough. You are a hamster. That's funny. Totally on it. No, dang it. Top 50, dang. I'm trying, but that flip is tough. Lose a lot of control through this section. Okay, there we go. That's something. 16 to 11. Ooh. Sorry, Hamtaro. Ham. Oh, shoot. But Hamster was taken. Of course it was. Gonna make Roblox content, huh? Better be careful with Roblox, man. Damn it. If I can lock in on this, actually get a really good line. I've had a really good line a couple of times, but slight adjustments. Oh, too much. Ah. You know about the Roblox thing. Well, that's good. It's just sad, man. You know, like, kids can't just have, like, a safe space. I mean, no matter how you look at it, anything that's, like, mostly saturated with kids is probably gonna have some creeps. Dang! I was doing so good there. I was locked in. No. Lost it. Dang it. Whoa. Shoot. I mean, yeah, for kids, you know, it kind of makes sense. Like, you go through a lot of like developmental changes, like cognitively around that time, and like your opinions on things change, and like your tastes in certain type of content or whatever change, you know, a lot. But when you get older, it's like, it's mostly about learned behavior. Like, the older you are, the more deep-seated your freaking habits are. It's getting to the point, a lock in when you see even a 0.01, a 1,000th. Yeah, I feel ya. Because that's massive. When you're in the top 50, yeah. Dang it. No, damn. You gain plus 10 brain. The stat points. No, God. No. Oh, man. Dang it. Need to stop selling, bro. Oh, let's go. Almost broke 16 seconds. And a plus 1 to 10 maturity points. Oh, right before the end, too. Whew. I wasn't even paying attention to the timer on that. I feel really good about that time, actually. Minus 10 brain in their teen years. Bro, it's the education system. I don't get the camera on this. This track is weird, I already can tell. Dang it. Okay. So you do want to go at a slight angle here. Ah! Okay. You send me that clip. So you want to... Yeah. That's a fact. You can get kind of a freaking bug slide off of this. Yeah, okay. I see some stuff. Drugism. I get addiction. Yeah. There's a certain amount of degeneracy to modern society. Okay, 2 seconds improvement. I'll take that. Still got another 2.5 to catch up to Coffer here, but getting somewhere. Oh, interesting. Oh, dang. That was kind of what I was looking for. Pretty sure I definitely want a flight there. If I can get through that upside down. You are good at the random stuff. That seems to be where I do the best, though, too. You know, like Jesus take the wheel or whatever. Oh no. You actually said the word. YouTube's gonna remember that from now on. Oh, Nelly. Oops. What happened there? Oh, oh. That's kind of what I was hoping for. My strat, I sent you, is Jesus take the wheel. That's funny. $15.9. Dang, bro. All right. Now I suck. Ah, 16.7. Well, 16.79. At least it's better. It was half a second right there. No. Dang, if I had gotten just a little bit more of a nose down there. Oof. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Oh. Actually. If I can launch past the freaking... Launch past the reactor thing is to not flip and stay flat. Ah, I see. Dang it. strat does launch past the reactor. Don't try it. Don't try it my way. Oh, okay. Which is full luck. I kind of can't not flip there. Is to not flip and stay flat. Yeah, I keep getting the wrong angle. Your way is the highway. Got to get like the right angle for this section right here. So you can keep all your speed onto that pavement block. Still first on the Cope leaderboard with 1334. Dang, dude. $13.34 is wild. Suppose that's why they call it Cope. If only. $12.6. If you get just like the perfect line and the flip that you want. The art of farming more potatoes. Oh. Oh, once again, right before the freaking map ended. Oh, and I just barely snuck in there. Let's go. Oh, man. Sorry, Nat. Hamtaro, I should say. Just barely snuck in there. Whew. I'm sorry, man. I wasn't trying. I know, it looks so nice. Ah. Dang. Had a rough line there. Going back to your AO8 campaign. I'm sorry, man. Come back. I didn't mean it. I was just kidding. I didn't really beat your time. It was pre-recorded. Well, thanks for playing anyway. I think after a couple more attempts on this track, I'm actually probably going to call it for the weekly discovery grind. Might try out the new Grand. The new Grand actually looked fun. Kind of reminded me of like F-Zero almost. Just want to play AO8. Heck yeah, man. It's a fun game type. You are pre-recorded. This is all an illusion. An elaborate setup. I got some guy in India running extra accounts. Officially, that's untrue. I didn't really do that. A little bit better. Still got to cut off half a second. Oh yeah, I should check out that clip. I forgot. Yeah, I'm gonna back out of the room for now. Thank you guys so much for playing with me. It was a ton of fun. We're gonna check out. The clip is 5,000% random. We're gonna check out Coffrey's clip here. That's funny. A wise man once said. Let's see what's up with this clip here. Once again, shout out to Coffrey for showing us the way. What the heck? What just happened? Oh my god. That is some wild stuff, man. Fuck. I bet. Just barely hit the edge of that. The way that it flings you is crazy. I see what you're doing though, getting that bug slide off of the plastic there, but water bounce into a freaking seizure. And then, yeah, bug slide into the finish. Oh, you would have had the angle on that attempt. It's your cope timer. $13,345. Jeez. Yeah, I see Lapsor there. 13,345 is the cope timer on that. 24 respawns. What's with the freaking... How is that a strat? Give yourself a seizure? That's the way you're supposed to play this game now? This stuff's wild, man. Low to mid 12. Yeah, slow after fling. Yeah. Well, once again, thanks for playing with me, as always. Appreciate having you guys here. If you're new to the channel and you play some Trackmania, feel free to check out TBL Rally. Got little club in my own campaign here. It's just 5. There's a couple other tracks that I've been working on, but they're like kind of half done, and I got caught up on some stuff, and parts don't exactly fit together the way that I want them to, so I might scrap them and try for something else. But definitely do check out the campaign, STDM Rally, Stadium Rally. I'm gonna try the where's my rank right now in Oregon? This is pretty good. 19 on that one, 48, 30, 62. Not great on that one. Could be better. And 32 on that one. Cheetah Fi and Shield Bandit in battle for top 2 right now, looks like. Cheetah Fi is ahead by a bit, but Shield Bandit will come in just before the week's over. They always do. A familiar city. All right, let's check out the new weekly Grand Track. This one actually looks like fun. Not gonna lie. Like I said, it kind of reminds me of F-Zero or something. Oh, is this Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk. That's what it is. Whoa. These surfaces are intense. Whoa. Damn it. These tracks always take a long time to get used to. And the fact that the... Interesting. Anyway, and the fact that the author medals based on how many laps you've completed and not how fast you did it is weird. Look at the screenshot. Oh, I did see that, but I was no context. What the heck? Is it supposed to be SpongeBob or something? Yep, that's one of the statues of all time for sure. Is that your interpretation of SpongeBob? Whoa! Okay. Yeah, some of these grand tracks are kind of rough. I like the aesthetic. I like the platforms. Platforms look cool. Okay, we gotta check something out here real quick. But is that worth it? Is there a way I can make that worth it? This is all dirt? Okay, that changes some things. What is that? Grass? Whoa! Bro, this track is crazy. SpongeBob SquarePants. Nah, we got Water Tina circle shirts. What the hell, dude? Bro, what are you even saying? Those words shouldn't be allowed. That sentence feels wrong. Go make food. No, you slept all day hungry as hell. Well, thanks for popping in, man. It's always fun. Appreciate you. Hope you enjoy your breakfast / midnight snack. Off-brand SpongeBob. That's definitely off-brand. Oh my, speed. Holy. And that's grass. Alright. But it's not really grass. Jeebus. You have negative idea what you're saying at the moment. Water Tina circle shirts. This guy. Be having dinner at 12:30 a.m. That's definitely what you would call a midnight snack, I think. Ah! This track is rough. I haven't even completed a lap yet. Oh man, that could actually be viable. Yeah. 12:30 is the best time for a full course meal. For sure, man. I usually eat something around then. Okay. So there is a way to do that, but it's gonna take some freaking setup. And then it's not gonna be like viable every time, because the odds of hitting it are pretty low, even if you have good setup. Alright, well, we'll just do this. Got enough speed this time. Holy speed again. Oh my god. This section is rough. Can't even see. Oh my god. Need to switch freaking cameras on that. Oh my god. I just want to get the lap done so I can see what it looks like. Holy drift. This is the lap. Okay. One lap. Dang, this track is rough. I love the aesthetic. The style of the roads and everything, like the textures they have, are pretty cool. And I like how they're trying to freaking mimic Cyberpunk. Night City. But the route, man, this route is tough. Need a lot of speed coming through this section. And then you get almost too much speed going through this section. Oof, that was close. And you want to kind of go as straight as possible through there. No, I hit the wrong button. Dang it, I was trying to change my camera. Ah. That sucks. I had it kind of figured out, though. Oh, damn it. Smashing into stuff. Man, this is a rough track. Seriously. Ah. Made some noodles real quick with some bread. Yeah, that's a lazy meal. You could say that. I feel it though. Sometimes I don't even feel like spending time on the air fryer. Just throw some freaking ramen in the microwave or whatever. Call it good. Oh, I should have gone outside. Man, this Grand is rough. Honestly, more than anything, it's the NPCs. They're always in the worst positions. Oh, that... Talk about being in the worst position. While you were clearing out your Xbox captures. I appreciate that. Ain't being a tier 1 chef. Within 12 hours of waking up, you're slow. Nah, man, it's cool. It's cool. I definitely understand that. Within 12 hours of waking up, though. That's funny. We know that's what you really meant. Even if you want me to think that you were saying 3. Yeah. I'm starting to figure out that turn, though. This is a tough track. Everyone's slow within 12 hours of waking up. Definitely. Yeah, I usually don't start waking up fully until right before I go to bed. Damn it. Okay. Do I have enough speed? Whoa! Dang it. A little bit of a release there makes a huge difference, honestly. Damn it. Get out of my way, you son of a... No! Oh my... Jeez. Man, that is a rough one. That segment's gonna take some practice for sure. Damn it. I was looking at chat. A little bit of a zoop. Good speed. No! No! Oh my god. Ah. Ooh. Okay, let's see what's up with this. Damn. Just no matter how you look at it, that's rough. Dang it, wrong button. I keep hitting the wrong button. Yeah. That's just a rough section. All right, well, I'm not gonna bore you guys with any more of the weekly grands for now. All I saw. US versus UK. Bread loaves. Why are your slices so small? Half to a third the size. Yeah, so that's actually, there's a lot of things that we do to our food in the United States that's, I was actually watching something about that recently. Yeah, our flour is, they call it enriched, but what that really means is it's like not actually flour, and they just put stuff into it that's supposed to like supplement the nutrients that was taken out of it, because we've pushed things to grow at such speed that they don't freaking produce the nutrients that they're supposed to the way they did. Like sourdough used to be a meal on its own. Chaos AO8. Okay, I will. Let's check out. What the F is this? Is he Einstein? Sine pi divided by 2. Square root. Bro, what is even? Is this guy freaking like cosine, sine? Like XP chart or something? What am I even looking at? Wow. Alright, well. Anyway, we're gonna call it there. Hate the YouTube bug. It happens. Welcome back again, Justin. We're just about to shut it down. Appreciate everybody for watching. If you got any suggestions for a game to play on whatever Wednesday, definitely do hit it up in chat or the comments after the video. Hope everyone has a terrific Tuesday. Thanks for popping in. Hope to see you next time. If you're new to the channel, give it a subscribe. Hit that thumb button. Come back. Hit that like button. Give it a thumbie. Greatly appreciate you. Check out the links in the description below. We are also live on Twitch at the same time, simultaneously. And we got the full screen over there. So, hope everybody, once again, has a good day. Stay safe. Stay warm. It's getting kind of cold here again. We're reverting it back into a late winter or something. And as always, trust in the bloodlust.